Now to Georgia, where the balance of power in the U.S. Senate will be determined by two runoff elections. And if the pair of Democrats running there were hoping to get some help from the deep pockets of Wall Street Dems who celebrate the ouster of Donald Trump, well, they may be in for a little bit of bad news. Joining me now to explain is Bloomberg News' Wall Street reporter, Sonali Basak. Sonali, it's good to have you here. The race is the balance of power. It could be the balance of power in the Senate. So why is the excitement around the Georgia Senate race not at the same level, at least among the people you speak to on Wall Street, as the presidential race was?
It's pretty incredible here because everyone on Wall Street knows that the balance of power will be defined by this Georgia race. But if you think about the race, the reason that many people are unwilling to give money at the same levels as they gave to the Democratic Party for the presidential election, which is 4 times as much as Donald Trump, by the way, it's because if the Senate were to lean more Republican rather than lean more Democrat, a lot of Wall Street's interests won't be served. So higher taxation, for example, there's a lot of recognition that...
If it were to lean more Democrat, right? If the Democrats were to get the balance of power, right?
Greater taxation. So if that were to happen, a divided Congress could be better for Wall Street in a lot of ways. So
it's back to this, what you talked about with us, the day after the election, the idea that gridlock is good.
Exactly. And it's something that is not conventional wisdom necessarily. You would think that more people would give. We've heard of a lot of people giving and we've heard of a lot of money going towards the races, but it's not as lopsided as you would think. And this week is going to be a very telling week as we get a little bit more information about what kind of giving we're seeing to the super PACs.
So you spoke to Mike Novogratz, a longtime hedge fund manager. He's also the founder of Galaxy Digital. What did he tell you about the way that he's thinking and the way that his colleagues on Wall Street are thinking?
Well, what's incredible is Novogratz was the only member of the financial community in an organization called Win Both Seats. Andrew Yang is involved, Stacey Abrams is involved. The idea is to get more people to come out and vote and win the Senate toward the Democrats. He said that when he contacted a lot of his friends in the financial community, a lot of them said thanks, but no thanks. And at the end of the day, they were not willing to put their pocketbook alongside what their ideological interests might have been because personally they don't benefit from the Senate going more Democrat.
I wonder in the end how much this matters. I know that these are very wealthy individuals, but given what they gave to the Democrat and Vice President and President-elect now, Joe Biden, versus what they gave to Donald Trump, it was 4 times the amount. But was it enough money to actually swing the needle, move the needle?
Well, what's interesting is people are saying that both candidates, through super PACs and all sorts of types of giving, these candidates will probably, all 4 of them, probably have more money than they can spend. And so we had Charles Myers, who is a bundler for Joe Biden, saying on the record that this is really an indication of really how corrupt the political system is and political giving. But on the other hand, a lot of this money, and we've had another investment banker tell us, his friends from Los Angeles are going to Georgia, going door to door, investment bankers going door to door to try to get people to vote Democrat. So money is going towards organizations that get people to vote and bring people out, as well as the candidates themselves.
Is this any sort of barometer about how the greater electorate in Georgia is thinking, or is Wall Street just so far removed from what's happening in Georgia that it actually has no meaning?
It matters. Everyone can agree that it matters. But the question is, how willing are they to put aside their personal aspirations for their ideological aspirations, right? There's also a matter here of recognizing that a lot of the money is going actually towards voting, towards going door to door rather than the candidates themselves, which is a lot of what you saw on the night before the election, just getting people to come out and vote being a bigger issue than the candidates themselves.
I'm really obsessed with this idea that there's going to be more money than these candidates can actually spend because this is such an important race. What kind of numbers are we talking about here?
Millions.
And this is money that ends up going to potentially to ad dollars. I know we have colleagues who are down in Georgia who are already saying, if you turn on the TV, you're already seeing just an influx of advertisements. I wonder where this money ends up going if they don't spend it.
And by the way, the next couple of weeks will be very important here. A lot of the things that the Democrats, even the ones who weren't giving, by the way, were concerned about was that the air had gotten taken out of the election and the excitement has really gone down in the weeks of exhaustion as Trump did not concede.
And the president, too, heading there this weekend.
So the couple weeks ahead of us, we could see more money pouring in. But as of right now, there is a reluctance.
All right. Bloomberg News' Wall Street reporter Sonali Basak. It's always great to have you with us, Sonali, live here in New York. Thanks for your time.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.